Xfinity gang members here. Freedom is good, man. Freedom is good. Everything changes when there is an evolution happen within oneself. As for myself, um, things started to go into a positive directions once I understood how the Fed is working. Then I realized my 10 years bit, I have to have an evolution of myself, an evolution of my mind. For me to be someone that is no longer being trapped in the system, because that's what the system wanted you to become. It does say, the system do say it's help you rehabilitate, but to be honest, when you go into the system do not help you rehabilitate. You are yourself. You have to rehabilitate. No one will help you. Even all the prisoners, they're all about themselves. So once I realized that evolution must happen, I spend all my years dive into certain subjects that I know is very critical to survive in a society. And one of the subjects that, to me, that is so important that I must study and learn and how to apply it once I get out. The subject of money, finance system. Man, it's so important, man, that we people live and die for it. It's so important that we ourselves getting up every day, 5 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. to get that bread. It's so important that we don't have that. We can become homeless. We can become hungry. So I dive myself into it and study. And one of the things that we not realizing that will cause us to be stressful about is to get in debt with the money. And that's what the 1% want you to do. Get in debt. Because once you get in debt, you become dependent of that money. You have no rooms to work with. You have no creative idea of how you can multiply your money because you are already in debt. Because you are buying things that you are not ready or you can't afford it right now. But see, they don't want you to think like that. They don't want you to think like, hey, I can't afford it right now. They want you to think, hey, this thing is new. What I got right now is old. I must have that new, or whatever the luxury good is. The society promote this to make it normal for you to get in debt. For you to free yourself from this money, from being indebted, you must evolve yourself. And when you evolve yourself, you starting to formulate new habits with new discipline, because your new habits will discipline you to not spend what you don't have. And you got to download this information in your mind. Say, hey, I want to become a millionaire one day. But you got to start it now. You got to evolve yourself and discipline yourself. Save a portion of your money. And then whatever next, like whatever your passion, whatever you're passionate about, dive into it. As for me, once I understand that I cannot get into depths, I spend my years in the Fed studying. Well, all these prisoners, you know what I'm saying? They get in where they fit in. They think it's cool to continue to smoke that Black and Mild and drinking hooch. They think it's cool to continue to gangbang while they're in prison. While all these people, all the officer, and all these rich folks looking at them, hey, they ain't nothing but cash cows. Or they're going to come back out, released from prison, come back in again. They already have a status of what's going on with all the prisoners, man. So you see, that's why crime is being repeated. And that's why you see all this violence and gangbanging after damn 30 years. And it still go on. Mike, you know what I'm saying? Have an evolution of your mind, of yourself. And put a portion of your money aside. And let that money work for you. Do not work for it. Because once you're in debt, you have to work for it. And that's what I did, right? So when I got out, I looked into some subject I've been studying about. Stock markets, real estates, blockchain technology. All the things that I can become entrepreneurs. Because I'm an ex-con. Everything's against me. They turn me down from a job. And there's certain job that I cannot hold. And if I don't have an entrepreneur mindset, I will be enslaved forever. And I don't want that. Because that's what they want me to do. To become a slave for a company forever. I only work for companies because I need money. And I need that money to use that money, work for me. So I'm still working on the job, but at the same time, I'm buying things. I'm buying stocks. I'm buying blockchain at a cheap prices. When it blow up, boom. That's what you have to do. You got to evolve your thinking, man. Today. Let no one tell you otherwise. Let no one tell you couldn't do it, man. Evolve yourself, man. And let's do it. Let's do it. Peace out.